Technical difficulties, the stream. It's everything's effed up. Welcome back. Happy Wednesday, friends. Let's get it. It's a Von Drake and a Battle Goose already here, ready to go. Rock and roll. Mike is in the shot. Here, let me move that a little bit. I don't know if I'd call myself a professional, but you figure, you know, I've been doing this long enough. I should have this all under control, right? Hello, friends. Let's try this again. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to the arts department. Good to see ya. Friends. Yeah. Went to do the things, and all the things were messed up. Like I had some technical difficulties with my lighting today because I put in a couple of new bulbs. Bulb. Man, that's difficult. Bulb. Right there, back there somewhere. God dang it. There it is. There it is. That bulb there, that blue bulb. And that purple bulb there. Bulbs. Not boobs. Bulbs. Yeah, and it turns out that the new Philips bulbs are not the same as the old Philips bulbs. So I did troubleshooting. It was a pain in the ass, but I got it accomplished. But then my computer freaked out because of all of the changes. So whatever. Still trying to figure out Stream Deck and if it's working or not working. Let's give that a test again. That worked. That worked. Okay. We doing okay then. So, how was everybody's day? I hope you're all doing great. Hello, Sarah. Welcome back. We have yet to even. I am behind the 8-ball or something. It's one of those days where I still haven't even done the prompt, and it's like 5 minutes into the stream already. I'm like, dang it. But hey, you guys are all here for it, which is kind of cool. Ended up listening to rock music all day, so I'm very rock-brained right now. If you're expecting down-tempo or chill, you might have to wait until a little bit later, but we're going to have some kind of rockish music this evening whilst we do some things. I did kind of start percolating an idea, so we'll see if what the prompt says to draw and what I was percolating are actually in line. Let's take a look at the wheel here. Hello, wheel. Every time I open it, it's a different size. I've given up. Really. Watch, let's see. Did that change it? That didn't change it, did it? Oh, it changed it. Alright, whatever. Whatever, man. Technology. What are you gonna do? Spin the wheel. Evil type of Hydra. Dark fantasy. I don't really find that spooky. Creepy. There's a difference, right? Let's spin it again. I'm being picky today. Wicked elves, undead. Think we already did that. Forgot to take it off the list. Skeleton? Really? Pretty sure we just did. No, we did skulls, not skeletons. They're all so close together. Is that Rick? I can't tell. That blue is like, yes, that is Rick. Fourth wall. Sorry about that. You want me to respin on the skeleton? Spin it again. Spinning it again. Pretty sure we already did that one too. See, that's end of the month blues right now. do wraiths? Is that the one with the three things in it? The thing with the... Oh, no. This was the veil to the spirit world. And wraiths kind of falls into sort of what I was thinking of. Like my mind was kind of... So, okay. I was tired because it was a long day of dealing with technical difficulties and stuff like that. Right? So I laid down on the couch and I set a timer to remind me to not fall asleep. And I was laying there listening to music, inspecting the back of my eyelids and thinking about art. And I opened my eyes and I looked out my window, and through the trees outside of my window in the branches was the moon, and it was like perfectly centered in the trees. And I thought, you know what, that would make a fun drawing. And then I had to kind of start wrapping it, like what makes it interesting besides just the moon and the trees, right? So if I can find a way in on the wraith thing, that might actually work, right? Well, the wraith is just a ghost, after all. So, what are we doing here? Hello? There it is. All right. Let's build ourselves a frame real quick. For those that don't know, that's holding down Shift, clicking, and dragging. Straight lines. So, I was thinking something along those lines in Olive Oil. I honestly, it scares me how often you're like right inside of my brain when it comes to some of this stuff. As the Reverend Gaius Hallion Moham says in David Lynch's Dune, "Get out of my mind!" Any Dune fans here? I think we may have had this conversation before. So, I think my vision for this one is to have a big portion of it be just the tree and the moon, and then having this wraith thing be there, but be kind of hard to see. And then as a third read, so going like almost all the way back to our first creepy, right? So where there's going to be a third read, like the torn up teddy bear in the first thing we did, right? And so there's going to be something that's just like super scary, kind of not shock horror porn or anything, but like intensely kind of like, ooh, crap, I didn't even notice that. And that's where that shocking thing is going to be. It's going to be front and center, but hopefully it'll be kind of blended with the tree enough that it'll be a third reed. And by reeds, I mean, you know, we'll have the moon in here, and the moon and the tree will be the first reed because it's going to grab your attention because it's going to be the most contrast, right? And then there'll be the wraith in there, which will be the second reed. Haven't decided where he's going to be in there. And then there'll be this maybe like a head or something, a severed head in the like the nook of the tree as the third reed. So that's narrative hierarchy, first, second, third. And you give them that much importance, just like you would the sizing of design elements. The most important thing, you make it the biggest thing on the page, right? And then the second most, you make it 1/3 that. And then the third most, you make it 1/3 of that. Camibo, welcome back. Oh man, I can't even tell you guys like how instantly energizing it is to be here with you now. Because as of 20 minutes ago, I was on the couch like, man, am I even gonna make it to the stream? I don't even know what's going on right now. And then I opened my eyes and saw the moon, and I was like, turn on the lights, let's do this. So I'm glad that I'm here, and I'm glad that you're here. Happy Wednesday, friends. So, gonna work on designing the tree quite a bit, I think. I may even pull up some dead tree reference just so that I can give it kind of a real vibe without using photo. By using photo, I mean photo bashing. Like taking this photo and just dropping it in and being like, okay, I'm done. And that's not to offend anybody that uses photo in their stuff, because I quite frequently use photo, but I'm trying to, in this particular image, and also in others more recently, I've been trying to use design chops more and push those design chops. So actually today, for about an hour on a break, I did some studies, and so I know you are. So with the studies, the way that I did it was, I grabbed a reference and I drew the reference, and then I put them away, and I drew the reference again, and I kind of exaggerated proportions and moved some things around. And then I, for another one of them, I took an artist whose work I admire, and I watershedded it. So I like set it up and I drew it, and then I took his work and I put it over my work, and I saw where I had gone wrong in the shape design. So gone wrong meaning in reference to his image or her image. Because I think I've said this before, there's no wrong way to do art. There's only wrong for your objectives. You'd know that if you watched my video that I posted. And somebody said something earlier about enjoying the Chonkers Sal merch, and I am glad. I too am enjoying it. I think it came out really kind of fun, and I can't wait to get some of it for myself. Because why not, right? That's why we make merchandise. Oh, and on that note, if you are a sub, make sure to check the subs Discord discount channel, because there is a code in there for Teespring for 10% off. Or 20% off if you're a tier 2 sub. Yeah, I wondered about. Unfortunately, they don't even have for the Pixel, which is what I use. So I'm totally SOL when it comes to the phone cases, which is disappointing because I would love to have that. Hey, Martes. Welcome back, buddy. I dropped by your stream today, but you were nowhere to be found. Back in 5, and I was like, I don't have 5. I gotta go. That's fair. I was coming by to give you a hard time. But I saw the drawing, and it's looking good, man. Liking what you're doing. For sure. Why did that change colors? That's not cool. Not a fan of these lights if they're just gonna change colors on me. You. What was it? Purple. Thank you. Better not change again. I will take you back. Return that shit. Yes, Martest. The witch. The witch. I don't know. Whatever was up on the screen when... I'm not crazy. Whatever was up on the screen when you went to go... What are you and where'd you come from? Gnats. Hate gnats. Whenever you went to get your dinner. Whatever that was, I liked it. It was good. It was good. So I can get this design going, and ultimately, it will. I mean, I'll have to adjust it as I actually put in tone and value and all that stuff. KS. Yeah, looking great, Martest. Dig it, buddy. Right on, right on. If I could make one small observation for you. When you do the color, make sure, or think about, taking this line here and making it lighter. Meaning, so when you put in the skin tone, have that line on the side there be a highlight shape rather than a dark shape. And I think it'll pop it better. Personal opinion, don't have to do it, but it's an idea. Whoop, that's red. It's looking good though, man. Good stuff. By the way, hydrate, friends. So I've had various streamers say that if you're not running ads, that Twitch is going to do it for you. So if there's anybody that is not subscribed or followed, I apologize for a 60-second ad that is about to run. But I think all of you are subscribed or following. Or subscribed, rather. So, there we go. So while they're away, watching that ad, let me just say that I appreciate y'all very much. Your support, your caring, not only about me, but about one another. On the Discord, it brightens my day and brings a little flutter of joy to my heart to be able to support one another, and in meaningful ways, right? In ways where when somebody reaches out, we're there. It's just so good. Thank you for being you. I think as a community, if we can continue that, who knows where we could go. Well, you know, gotta save the big stuff for later, Cammy. So let's do just a quick moon shape. And since I have gray as the background, I'm just gonna drop fill it real fast. And this is just to get an idea, so I can move it around a little bit and see, you know, where it's gonna work better. Oh man, how many of you were here for the Dragon God one? The Dragon God illustration. I started putting that into Premiere to do some edit on it. And it turns out that was 22 hours and some change of illustration. And I think that's because, you know, there was a lot of like stopping to talk and stuff like that. I can't even tell you the last time I actually put 22 hours into a finished illustration. It feels pretty good, actually. But I know that if I wasn't on stream, it'd be more like 18 or so. There was definitely some wasted time in there. Just kind of going back and forth and, you know, not paying attention with a critical eye and then having to fix something. But that being said, I did a little bit of editing to the old Dragon God illustration. Let's see. Where is he? He's okay. So, here, why don't we do this? Drop it into Photoshop. So that's where it was. Ruh-roh. Here we go. This is where it is. Okay, so I showed it to Art of Lee on his stream the other day, and he gave me his feedback on it. And it's always good to get feedback from people, right? So what he pointed out is that there was some hierarchy things in the legibility of it, and that it could be pushed further in other places and then pushed back. So what I did was this. So now the dragon and the eclipse kind of share the same space, right? But it's not such a focal point, that eclipse now, right? Like, it's still there, still a thing, but it's not a focal point like it was. So now the dragon is definitely the focal point, and you'll notice that the saturation changes quite a bit, right? And I added a lot of edge lighting for contrast, and some additional small things to kind of pop the scale of everything. So that's where this stands now. I also did this ridge over here, changed that shape so that it wasn't just straight, right? And then broke up this back here so that there was more rocks to kind of grab some of the light and break up that shape. So it's certainly a step in the right direction, and I will have to go back and do a little bit more alterations, but I think it's nice to get other people to look at your stuff with fresh eyes, right? And you'll notice even the tree here, because if you look down here in this thumbnail, which is teeny tiny, you can see that that tree is darker than the dragon. And that doesn't make sense because it's kind of slightly behind him. So lightened it up a little bit, lightened up that whole back plane a little bit. So it really brought most of the contrast into him and the foreground, which makes sense because foreground elements are going to be more contrasting. So I think there might be a few more. Oh no, Cammy! What did you want to redeem? I was gonna say, I didn't know you made art. I'm excited to look at your stuff. I can't dole out exposure, unfortunately. I can't just be like, oh, she messed up. Cammy, what was it that you were gonna try and do? And were you saving up for something in particular? I think maybe taking this branch and putting it even lower. Nah, I like that. So I'm trying to figure out how to create like a triangle composition out of this, if I can. Oh, what were you saving up for? For a commission. Okay, so I'll tell you what. When you reach 50,000, you let me know. I will make a commission thing specifically for you, and you can redeem it. And we'll pretend, because everybody here saw that. And so, yeah. I know, 10,000, that's a ways. So, you just let me know when you get to 50. No, just let me know when you get to 50. And I'll put in a commission thing that you can click on and you can redeem a commission and we'll call it even. All right? That sucks. Hate when that happens. Yeah, that's not a thing. And like, what? Oh, Sarah, are you still around? So I was gonna say, if you can, I do recommend watching on Twitch because you get exposure, which sounds fucking stupid, but exposure on Twitch, you get access to portfolio reviews, and commissions at higher levels. So when you've been watching a while, you've saved up the exposure, you can redeem it, and I will give unto you for giving unto me and the community. And Cammy, I am going to keep the portfolio review in my queue for as long as I can remember. So it's still in there. See? Look it. So I'm gonna hold on to it there. And when you redeem, then we'll mark them both as completed. You know, I don't remember that moment in Cabin in the Woods, to be honest with you. But I'm glad that it makes you think of Angry Molesting Tree, because sure, why not? If you're gonna go big. At least it's got wood. There's gotta be a better joke in there somewhere. What is that, 25? Been trying to do these things that actually I'll be able to make into like, or show and equally proportioned and all that crap, but no, we don't need that. 300. And say okay, and then we'll drag this bad boy over. Look at that, perfect fit. Bab's your uncle. Huh. Dang. We're gonna have to watch that movie again. It's been a while. So, let's see. Image size. What did we do before? What was the stream drawings folder? Hello? Stream drawings. What do we call it? Dead March. Let's see what size the Dead March is. There you go. Did any of you guys notice that I worked on it after the stream? Ah, sorry, Sarah. Well, I mean, do what works for you. But if I have any way to give back to you, I would recommend Twitch. Okay, so yeah, I did work on it after the fact, but I figured I would save it so that you guys could see. So that's where it was when we ended the stream. And then I realized, drop shadows, duh, right? Because I looked over here at this shadow that I had painted in, and I was like, why is that the only shadow that I put in? How is that even a thing? And so then I added in more shadows, except for the bunny. Little implication there. So yeah, that was where I ended with it, and that's what went up. Just to give you guys, you know, more insight into what happened with it. Oh, I wanted the canvas size that's what I wanted. 8,000. Okay. Let's just do this. Then we'll go image rotation, clockwise. Then we'll just grab this folder and drop it in there. Oh, it's so teeny. It's like a hot dog in a hallway. Hey, that's not bad at all for eyeballing that proportion. Look at that. God damn. That's barely any pixels off. Come on. Get rid of that one. This was fun. I enjoyed this Dead March one. I'm glad that you guys were here for it. And wow, behind the curtain there much? Jeez. Stream drawings. Brief. Nobody misses that. Come on. I mean, the whole actually getting, like, mail, that's kind of fun. Because remember when you actually used to get email and it wasn't just all spam? Okay, so first things first. We're just going to knock in a gradient real fast for the background. And this is going to be, again, kind of keyed to a darker vibe. But I want to make sure that the sky doesn't go too dark because I want the foreground to be contrasty enough. So what I'm going to do is G is your drop fill, your bucket, and you can go over here and you can click on the gradient tool, or in Photoshop you can hold shift and hit G, and it'll cycle through the tools in the toolbar. You see that changing over there? Right there? So bucket, whatever that is, and gradient fill. So then up here, I'm going to switch it to a radial gradient, and I'm going to make sure that the white is the foreground color, because you're going to start on your foreground and go to your background. And we're just going to place it, drag. The moon was already there, if anybody just came in and was like, what the shit? How did he do it? It's fucking magic. Well, yeah, it is magic, but, you know, come prepared. All right, so because that moon was, because we made it smaller and then blew it up, it's not good. The edges are going to be weird, as corpse bothering knows. See, look at that edge. Edge not clean. Bad edge. Clean yourself up. Oh, no. So, why don't we start with a bigger one? And again, we're going to do a gradient fill, but this time we're going to go a lot lighter, and a lot lighter on the background color too. So if you were looking at them, it would be moon colors, background colors, right? If that makes any sense whatsoever. And we'll do that radial gradient again. No, sorry. Now you can see the background was in the foreground, so we'll do it again. There we go. That'll do for now. I'll revisit it later on. Might flatten it out entirely because it might be a little too digital. In fact, why don't we just start with it white? Just gives us a better base to go off of. F it. Not white, off-white, because white is a little too jarring. And we want to save our white for the most important areas, right? Well, you remember when you used to get emails from people that you cared about, and they were like, I miss you, I haven't seen you in forever, blah, 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 whatever, you know? So I'm trying to place this so that I don't have to worry about tangents later on, right? So if I put it there, then the line of the tree right there is going to be weird, right? So taking a look at all of these lines as I'm placing it, wherever the lines kind of cross over things. Like, look, right there. That's going to be weird, but I can actually just adjust that so it goes actually over it. There you go. Oh, that's so romantic, Mrs. Von Drake. See, so you know. Very important things. Dude, has anybody seen Stream Elements drop just a wall of text? Because I haven't. It's not doing its goddamn job. Come on. Stream Elements. Yeah, timer's working, the chat is working. What the hell? Here. Give me just a second. I'm gonna be all creative and stuff. Okay, see if this actually works. This is what it was supposed to do. There you go. The formatting kills me. I guess carriage returns mean nothing. Do you ever feel rushed trying to get drawings done before the stream ends? Sure, yeah. There's also a different type of rush where I'm just like, where it's not necessarily about the stream ending so much as it's, I feel like if I don't wrap it up, then I personally will lose interest in it because that happens to me. And it's not that the art isn't entertaining and good and everything, but if I spend too long on a piece, my brain starts to want to move on to other pieces. I just have a brain like that where it's like, do the next thing, do the next thing, do the next thing. Creative ADD, I've got it. ADHD, whatever you call it, I've got it, for sure. For sure. And that's another reason that I don't have I don't have a style, right? I mean, I have styles. Like if you ask me to draw something whimsical, I will draw you a fire salamander that looks like a cartoon character. Right? Yeah, he looks pretty good. I think he came out good. Just for reference, so that's what it looks like when it's a few hours. And that's what it looks like when it's a teeny tiny emote that you're going to use. On a stream. I think I'm gonna get the Chonkers sweater because it has the little arts department here. Oh, that actually reminds me. On some of that merch, I put in a little the arts department logo. This the logo up at the top of the screen. Yeah, no, up there. Yeah, way up there. I put it on the back between the shoulder blades. But because of the print limitations, it might not be like right up on the label area. How do you guys feel about that? Because I'm okay taking it off if people don't like it. But I wanted to, you know, get that arts department stuff out there. Okay, I just wanted to see what people thought because, you know, merch is merch, and if people are like, oh, I never buy a shirt that has a weird thing in the back there, I'm like, okay, well then, you know, this is basically, we'll call this market research. Just doing a little market research with you guys, seeing what people prefer, you know. Who has 420 exposure? Because I feel like I need to put something in there for that cost. Especially emote that you can unlock. It's just me. Nice. Maybe I'll just do the major pieces of the branches. Oh, God. This song. Steroids. There it is. Woot. I do have to say it's very energizing to my production sensibilities and everything to have you guys say that you're getting value out of the YouTube videos and stuff, and that you enjoy the merch that I'm putting together. It's hard to create in a vacuum, right? She's got like a cigar and a glass of Cavassier. Yeah, you have your Halloween costume, enough will. There you go. Those other songs remind me too much of some of the things that I was using in early videos, so it's really hard to hear them while I'm streaming because it makes me want to edit videos. Oh crap. There it is. So we get all the major parts. Yes, major parts done. Now, hey, and Alvwheel, this brush, if you go into primary use brushes and you go to Easy Chalk, that one is one that I recommend. It's a shame that we don't have, what's his name here? What's his name? Jesus. Will Ferrell. Trying not to say his real name on stream. So what I like about this brush, you can see the edge on there, right? If you see how it's got like that kind of ragged looking edge to it. So, and it's set to be different every time that you stamp it down, which means that if you tap it, it's rotating and filling in, and you get a nice texture going on things. So it's a lot better. It's a lot better for painting because there's just depth built in, right? So you can like select your shape and then just tap out, and you'll end up with some stuff that's fairly painterly, right? It's already got some depth to it and some interest. But for my intent this evening, we're gonna go darker than that. Control H will hide. Controller Command, if you're using a Mac, will hide those pixels, and Controller Command H will bring them back. So now I can deselect that and take my lines back there and knock them way back. And then on this tree layer, I'm taking the taper version of that Easy Chalk. So it's this one, which is what I've been drawing a lot with recently. And you'll notice that the only difference between these two brushes in the settings is in the shape dynamics. So in the minimum diameter there. So that one's set to 2% and that one's set to 50%. So this one is always going to be a square of some sort, right? But it's, so I can, if I switch to this one, I have control over the size of it by how much I'm pressing. But generally I'm using it for much smaller. What's going on there? That's weird. There you go. That's what it should look like. So now I can do line work with it, but also have that like chiselly effect. Really cool sketch I got from an artist that I love, one of my favorite MILFy Star Wars characters. So, opinion, is this what you spent your Star Wars Not Safe for Work commission money on? Was this one? I'm gonna take a look. Anybody else want to take a look? That's the Discord. If you're new here, hopefully you're over 18 because this stream is over 18. In case you couldn't fucking tell. Awesome colored sketch done from an artist I love, Ursa Wren from Star Wars Rebels. That's nicely done. I can see why you appreciate the artist. And probably well worth the money. Absolutely. I mean, art supporting art. What's bad there? Leg K, welcome. And good evening. Timeout chair. I mean, I got my chair over here. I'll just get my chair and I'll sit in my chair and you guys can enjoy the stream from there. Is that better? I think I can almost see. Man, this fucking sucks. I'm not doing this. Mr. Voodoo, welcome back. Welcome to the arts department. We are effing around tonight. We're not. We're doing drawings, but very slowly tonight. Very slowly. But let's see who's in the old stream avatars right now. If you are, thank you, Mr. Voodoo. If you are new to the arts department and you would like to have a stream avatar, like the things, God, when am I gonna learn that it's over there? Is it right? Yeah, stream avatars are over there. I need to make like a note to myself. So if you're new here and you want to give a follow, then you can have a stream avatar. Like that, Leg. Welcome to the arts department. Configure your avatar. Let me know once you've configured it, and I'll start up the battle royale. It is 8 actually, Cammy. But Monday at this time it will be. Wait, strength 4, fall back. It'll be 7. Good lord. Don't ask me to do math on stream, please. Yay! Welcome, friends. Sramarb? Sramarb. Did I say that right? Sramarb? Cammy. Oh, that's right. You're nowhere near me. Okay, when everybody... Yeah, mountain time. So that's like 4:20 time, right? And I did not say hello to Jay-Z. Jay-Z, welcome back, my brother. Good to see ya. Nice to have you here. Lady Marb. Lady Marb is good. I like that. I will do my best to remember it. I got a little tiny goldfish brain sometimes, Lady Marb, so hopefully by saying Lady Marb like 16 times, I'll lock it in. For the new people, There is a Discord. If you want to pop over there and give us a follow, I will assign you a community role. And let us prepare, my friends. It looks like people might be ready for some Battle Royale. So, let me just launch this old band camp. Oh, cool. Lovely day for a Battle Royale, friends. Martess, Battle Goose, Leg K. It's me, Jay-Z, Art, Rick, Mr. Voodoo, Lady Marb, Sarah and Ovwheel, Camibo and Miss Von Drake all drop in, and they are beating each other up immediately. Looks like Rick might be the first to go, if not Battle Goose. And it's an Ovwheel. And then Battle Goose is still there, my friends. Camibo takes out Battle Goose. And Jay-Z takes out Cammy. Marteston, Jay-Z, Miss Von Drake are the three left. And then it was 3, friends. Martest attacking Miss Von Drake. Jay-Z coming from behind. Boom! There goes Martest. It's Jay-Z and Von Drake. Von Drake goes for a bandage. Misses it. She's coming back, though. She's got the bandage. Might be bad for Jay-Z. Oh, if he doesn't turn around, she's got him. Oh, it's Jay-Z for the win. Congratulations, Jay-Z. You are the wiener. Take your dance. Take your bow. That was so close. If anybody likes that track that was just playing, I actually, I wrote it, and you can get it on Bandcamp. So, there you go. It's looped so that you can play it behind stuff. Ah, Vagor Somnia, welcome back to the stream. Haven't seen you in forever. Thank you, Marb. I appreciate that. Lady Marb. Jay-Z, yes, you win a burrito. It's in the mail right now. Go and check. Man, if we get all these people subbed and playing Among Us on Sunday, ooh-wee. That's a good time right there. I mean, we might all be kind of burnt out from all the amazing shenanigans of Halloween. Oh, wait. Never mind. But hey, you know, we can make our own fun time on Sunday. Vagor, I'm doing great. I wasn't doing great earlier, and then I got here, and everybody just gave me all the energy, and I fucking love it. It's great. It's fucking great. I love you all. Oh, thank you, Mr. Voodoo. I appreciate you pimping the arts department. It's very kind of you. So, also, yeah. So Sunday nights, we do subs only Discord gaming. So we all drop into a channel and play some games together. It has been Among Us, playing Hide and Slaughter, among other things, Among Us. Done a little bit of Phasmophobia with some other subs. So yeah, you know, building the community. This is just the beginning, my friends. We have been streaming for 3 months and a week at this point. We're just little babies. Little baby community on Twitch. Oh, Leg. I am glad. That's very nice to hear. It's nice to have people that think what I do and the community is amazing. I mean, because really, you guys make it what it is. I'm just here, you know, giving us something to look at while we chat and be silly and, you know, sometimes be really heady and think and talk a lot. Music, please. What do music at? Play it. Oh god, that's slow. We'll go with that. There it is. Rock! What is going in the spooky tree? Well, here you will see that there's a wraith happening. Whoops, probably shouldn't have done that. And so the theme tonight, via the wheel, was wraith. So we spun the wheel earlier, and it was wraiths. So I'm doing a wraith because it kind of falls into line with what I had in mind. Yeah, so we're doing that. If here I can give you a little look. So for the new people, this is for you. These are the types of things that you will see in stream. This is something I did for work. You may recognize it. It's kind of ostentatious that it's the first thing, but it's by name because it's Apex, right? Yeah, this is what I do for my day job. I was hired I was lucky enough to be on the team that did this, and I was the last one that got to draw, which is cool. I no longer do this particular project, but there's other stuff in the mix. And I do stuff like this, flat and fun and shape designed. And I do stuff like this, which is D&D homebrew illustrations, because I worked on Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition illustrations. More D&D homebrew stuff. And here, let's... this would be just for fun, isometric drawing, as if it was a game, D&D. And then we'll pop open this, and this is character designs for wonderful people and their D&D characters. And this is from earlier this month with a werewolf theme. And this is from years and years ago with some like Cthulhu kind of things. And this is more creepy stuff from earlier this month. And then my D&D campaign. Love these guys. Every one of these people. And all the characters that are represented here. So much fun. And this is them, again, in a lineup, on a ridge. And this was what we just finished. Yeah, the Spider Queen. That was for League of Legends a long time ago. And you'll also see pixel art like this. And like this. In fact, I have some pixel art things planned coming up. So, that is what you'll see on stream because I have creative ADD, as I was saying earlier. And I can't decide what is my style, and I refuse to be forced to choose. So, I hope you're good with that, and I hope you like what you see. And if you do, and you haven't already smashed that follow button, smash that follow button. And if you really like it, you want to support the stream, smash the subscribe button and become an art director and get discounts on merch and stuff like that, as well as super secret subs only Discord stream stuff. I feel like a salesman. I'm gonna shut up now. Welcome, my friends, to the arts department, where we love you. Okay, so this is one thing that I want to point out you should maybe watch out for if you're doing art. And this is called, this is what I call sausaging. Do you see this pinch point? Wait, not the eraser, brush. This pinch point here and this pinch point here are creating this like sausage shape, right? So the way to do that is you develop what's called high-low relationships. So, well, yeah, they're not super secret when everybody knows about them, but they're super secret if you're not a sub. Man, it's a lot of sibilances. So, speaking of high-low relationships, so what that means is you see how this one has a high point driving down into a low point? If you can even see that here. I'll show you again. There is a high point and then a low point. So high, low. And so what you're trying to avoid is having things that pinch in when you're designing, right? Because it basically creates a weak point, as well as a place where your eye just kind of dips in for no reason, because there's nothing in nature that does that. If you're doing mechanical stuff, do it. But in nature, human body doesn't work like that. Everything has a high and a low. That is both design and anatomy and drawings information. So Cami, you asked earlier if I stress out about getting things done for stream. This would be an instance where I'm looking at how much more I have, and I'm like, well, you kind of need to quit talking and start drawing more. Otherwise, you're not going to get to the good stuff. You're just going to draw a damn tree all night. So, I'll be over here. Talk amongst yourselves. Discord issues. Little magma hype for you, for all you lovely new people. Oh gosh, Vagor, I didn't even see your reaction to the ethereal stag. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you to say. Appreciate that. And Cami, I don't know which gray one you were talking about, but yes, I clicked past it too quickly because I'm a jerk face. Gray one, gray one, gray one. Oh, the speed warm up. This thing. This is what you were talking about. This was a very quick drawing. This was like 45 minutes to an hour. Very focused though, like the world disappears and it's all about art. But a lot of it falls back to the principles that I'm using for this art, which is to use a lot of shape design. Oh, I'm glad you love it. It's a quickie, which just goes to show quickies can be good. All right. That's a warm-up drawing. So I would, in the mornings, I would, before work, I would do either when I got to work after a long drive or whatever, or before I left for work, I would do one of those, and just kind of helps warm up for the day. It's similar to doing gesture drawings, right? So if I know I'm going to be doing a lot of landscape stuff or something where I'm going to need a lot of painting skills, I'll do one of those in the morning. If I know I'm going to be doing a lot of sketching, I generally do gesture drawings. So my warm-ups kind of are in line with what the expectation is for the day. So, well, if I'm working in pencil for the day, doing a lot of pencil sketching, I always warm up with pencils first. Basically just so that my hand is ready to make the marks in whatever the chosen medium is and the chosen format. I am looking down here at this navigator because it's a good indicator of how it's going to read as a finished product. For those that don't know, most of you know already. Most of you been here. I never did fix this thing. That's funny. Totally talked about it, didn't fix it. So you can see with this, I'm using, there's no opacity on it, right? If you look, there's only shape dynamics, and that's just so that I can 100% erase what I'm doing. So it goes down to blank pixels. So I get a real nice clean silhouette with everything that I'm working on. I think I need to have something come up here, kind of disrupt the shape of her a little bit. Okay, so now we got that. I'm going to come in here and in pretty much the same value, but just ever so slightly lighter, I'm going to do that head, that severed head. And just going to paint in the overall shape first. Kind of in the crook of the tree there, right? With the blood dripping down. And when I finish it out, I'll make it so that the blood kind of blends with the tree, but you can still, like, it'll pop because it'll be a piece of color within the entire thing. So we'll have a piece of color there, and then we'll have like the wraith eyes up here, so it'll be back and forth, up and down the composition. Can't even see my hands when I motion that, but whatever. So we're going to kind of paint in. You would be getting some light, so the light's going to come this way. So you get like half of the face would be lit. And eyes are going to be rolled back in the head. as you all know, been really looking heavily at shape design, so making sure that these shapes are exactly the shape that I want for this particular design, right? Can be a little more shapey than one would think. Like almost cartoony. So we're gonna put that point right across here. There's kind of a bottom facing plane, and that's gonna be kind of in shadow if the light's behind him. Like how I just assumed that the severed head belongs to a dude, because I'm assuming that the wraith is used to be a female. But it's good that he's dead. It was some kind of retribution to this guy. Like, he deserved it. So it's going to be closest, so this is actually going to darken down, because the way that you think about it is like the planes closest to the light gather the most light and reflect the most light, and as they turn away, they're less and less light. So getting a little bit. There was fireworks last night, Jay-Z? Maybe where you're at. I ain't got nothing. Oh, is that what happened? Right on. Good for the Dodgers. '88, right? Not that I watch sports ball, but everybody's talking about that stuff, so. So I don't want to do too much rendering on this head because I want it to kind of fall away, and I am going to come back after it's all done and put in some more brushstroke kind of stuff. So I just want to get it started to where it's like legible against this tree, and then we'll come back in, because I do want, like I said, I want it to be a third read, so it has to like really fall away in here. You were born in '88, Jay-Z? Damn, you're old. Welcome back from the future. So the good thing about using this kind of silhouette design stuff, or silhouette to push the design early on, is you get a really clear like silhouette reads and understanding of what's working and what's not working, right? So now that I've got that, comes the Wraith. And the Wraith, I kind of want to do, I'm going to do a shape selection for her. But it's going to be heavily designed. So this is going to be a very rough selection. And then I'm going to fill it in and then come back in and really refine the shape of it to make sure that I have something that reads as like coming out of the tree, part of the tree, right? So come in, give her some like ragged stuff going in. I mean, the whole mythology of a wraith is pretty freaky, right? And having grown up in Hawaii, I gotta say, like, there's some spooky shit out there. Like when you are on an island and you're like, oh, there's nothing here that I have to worry about at night, but your lizard brain goes, get the fuck out of here, this is scary, go. There's like surreal things that happen, and I don't know if it's like the brain or if it's actual experiences that happen, but man, I lived in some places where you'd go out at night doing various activities and regret it on a fear level and just not be able to fall asleep. So I can see where the white mythology comes from. Oh, Vagor, you don't know about the Night Marchers, do you? So the Night Marchers, I did a lot of stuff in art school around the Night Marchers. I don't have the files anywhere, or I do, but I would have to seek them out, and they're just my lack of skills in school led to them not being as scary as somebody telling you about the Night Marchers. So the Night Marchers are the ghosts of the Hawaiians that died in battle. And if you don't know, Hawaii in general is a warrior culture. It's Polynesian, and it's all like it's about fighting. If you get an opportunity to look up, there's a YouTube video on it. Man, I wonder if that's still in my YouTube history. But it talks about the Hawaiian warriors. Here we go. Nope. No noise. There we go. So I'm gonna drop this in the Discord for anybody to watch, and whenever you get the chance, I'll throw it in the worth watching section. And it basically talks about the warrior society in Hawaii and where it came from and what the ideas behind it are. So the Night Marchers are the restless spirits of the dead Hawaiians. The Hawaiians that passed in battle, or that there's various different readings of it. So there's stories of people that built their house on the pathways that the Night Marchers take, and their houses were haunted thereafter. And so much so, Makle Boy, did I say that right? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the arts department. Nice to have you here. Anybody else that wants to join the Discord, there you go. Pop on over there and I'll assign you a role so you can join the discussions after hours and check out the things that we post back and forth. So the Night Marchers, if people built their houses where the Night Marchers, where their pathways were, because they march, then they would haunt those houses, and it's like being cursed. So people would they would leave their front and back doors open so that the marchers could come through. And there was always stories about like waking up in bed and watching Night Marchers march past your open doorway, right? Then it's just like these horribly fucking disfigured like warriors with swords made out of shark teeth and stuff like that. If you watch that video, you can see some of the swords. They're badass. So I can appreciate the wraith ideas. And then on top of that, there's the living Hawaiian gods, the pantheon of Hawaiian gods, which are they're pretty damn cool. They're like Grecian gods. They were all like living for the most part. So if you were, let's say you were, you saw like a lady hitchhiking, and you didn't pick her up, you could be cursed, because that could be Madame Pele, and she might take offense. And then you'd be cursed after that. There's all kinds of great stuff. You're right, Fagor. Like parents just talking to kids about how the night marchers will get them if they get out of bed. Damn. That's hardcore, man. Okay, I think I'm gonna invert that so it's dark. Yeah, I think that's better. Right? Dark is better. Yeah, dark is better. Again, I was looking down here at the little icon. So now I'm gonna grab this sketch and put it on top so I can see a little bit better, because I want to make sure that I get this face shape. Whoa, it's huge. Yeah. Huh. Speaking of Hawaiian, that's Duolingo telling me I need to practice my Hawaiian. By the way, if anybody has questions regarding art or anything else for that matter, and I can answer them, I am happy to. So we're gonna grab this dark here and make it even more dark. Whoops, why is that doing that? You see the brush. Okay, there you go. So now we're gonna make her kind of gaunt, so I'm looking at it as if she's got these like... Did I miss a "that's what she said" joke in OVO? Damn it, I hate when I miss those. Those are the best. I mean, we hope she did. So since this is on a layer above everything else, I can kind of work this shape to make it into something that I want, right? And I'm looking at the things that I saw on the sketch, and I talked about this. Easy, good to see you, buddy. Welcome back. I talked about this in one of my YouTube videos that I can't remember now, about losing contact with the things that you really liked in your sketch and how that can actually be pretty detrimental. So it's good to try and keep that sketch around as something that you can go back to, reference, and be like, oh, okay, yeah, this line here really gave it energy, or you know what I mean? Because you end up painting away certain things during your painting process, and that affects the overall feel of it. Oh, thanks, Easy. I like I said, you weren't here earlier, but I did say that I was pretty burnt out this morning, or this afternoon, just before the stream, this evening, I guess. And I was like, turn on the lights, get up and do it. And as soon as I got here, man, just the energy of the wonderful human beings in my chat just really helped me to energize. Yeah. But thank you. I appreciate the sentiment. Hopefully, I'll get more views, we'll get more subscribers, we'll unlock more emotes. We'll just, all in all, grow the community, and we'll get more people talking and chatting and supporting each other, loving each other. Oh, Easy, that's okay, buddy. I can appreciate that. We appreciate you being there for the subs only Sunday stuff. And you are welcome to play as much or as little as you choose. WoW just relaunched, so I am not surprised. Oof. Remember where I said like the high-low relationship thing? Look at this. It's like nearly twinned the entire way. That's horrible. Terrible is what it is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my eraser and just gonna erase out some of this stuff and make it more interesting. Well, hell, Easy. You're gonna have to get in on the subs only thing, and well, you know, Diego also wants to be the imposter at some point, so you know, we'll just play until you guys are get to be the imposters. So I'm coming in and erasing a lot of this stuff to kind of get the silhouette that I started with the sketch, so I don't lose that shape too much, because I feel like it was indicated well, like it had something going for it, right? And then I'll come back and completely ruin it by applying effects and shit like that. But I do want to make her more kind of ragged. So that will require paying attention, because while it is a ghost, I'm thinking of it in terms of like actually flowing kind of fabric. And I want that to kind of translate so that there is a little bit of actual physics to it. That was my point. I'm gonna have to obscure some of that stuff down the road a little bit. But if I turn off that sketch, it's looking okay. It will happen, Easy. You will be imposter. Okay, so I'm looking at this. This has to go because it's twinning the actual twig. And then we have to take that out so that it reads much more like a branch. The spider drawing, yes, Easy. Did you not see the Instagram post? Here, pop over to my Instagram, and if you look, I think it's the second post down. That's the finish. Oh, and it's also in the art gallery on the Discord. Is it not? Yeah, it's in there. It's in there. It's a few. You got to scroll back a little bit, but it's there. So yeah, pop over to the Discord or the Instagram. If you like what you see, give a follow on the Instagram. Like, subscribe on YouTube. Help us grow the community. Blah blah blah. I feel like I'm saying all this a lot tonight, which is a good thing. That means there's a lot of new people here. Crone SC, thank you for the follow. And let's get some hype for everybody tonight, because, hey, thank you all you new people. Really appreciate you being here. All the hypes to you. You did miss a few streams, Easy, and you could watch the old the old VODs and stuff, but I'm very quickly pulling them down off of YouTube because of the fact that we now say the words fuck and shit, and we are an adult theme here now. So I am putting the actual like speed paints up, so if you have an opportunity to watch them before the speed paints and before I take them down, I'd recommend checking it out. I think they're still all up here on Twitch, to be honest, so. I just got tired of watching my mouth. And then I also realized, like, people don't want to be here for somebody that is artificial. And every one of you knew when I was like, I'm biting my tongue so I wouldn't say something. Because I curse like a goddamn sailor. So, there's that. So, now I'm going to come in with this chalk. And I'm gonna start giving some kind of ethereal edges to this thing. But I have to be careful because there's some transparency built into it. Hype, hype, hype! Yes! All the hype, Vagor. Why did that go? There should not be any color in this yet. That's weird. There you go. So, I'm gonna just modulate in a little bit of light and dark into this character, right? Kind of start sculpting out some of the areas of it, and I'm giving it a little bit more love than I did the Army of the Dead thing that I just did, as far as like design and stuff, because it is fairly simple. Like with the Army of the Dead thing, there was a lot of trees, there was a lot of foreground, background, all that stuff going on. With this, it's like it's very iconic. So I want to make sure that the designs hold up well. Crone SC, welcome to the arts department. Thank you for the follow. Much love, much hype. All you new peoples, all the people that followed down below, you can configure down below. You can configure a stream avatar, so every time you come back you have your little avatar in the mix down there, and you can participate in the battle royales and get yourself some gold so that you can hug all of your friends with your gold, because it costs gold to do things in stream avatars. So I'm liking this kind of like skullish vibe that she's got going, right? And I think as the finisher, I'm gonna have some wispy strands of hair coming off of her. But I'm trying to keep it all very locked. So if you look, pay attention down here when I'm doing the selecting, you'll notice like that's pretty dark. It's about as dark as you can get, and that's about as dark as it's ever gonna get without doing like special effects and stuff over it. So I'm keeping it very keyed into the dark values. That's something that I didn't include in that latest video that I posted on YouTube, was keying, and that basically means within the contrast realm, making sure that your values are locked into a certain range. Sarah, when you are on Twitch, you have to go down into the profile section, to the about section, and look for the stream avatars thing. And you have to give it permission on your profile to remember your profile. And then you can go in and if you're looking at it, there'll be all the information here, and in the upper right hand side. Yes, upper right hand side. I'm pointing to it as if it was, yeah. You'll see a preview of what your avatar is going to be, and then you can choose which ones you want. There's a little menu in the upper left. You drew the drop-down menu, and it'll show you what you can choose, and then within that menu will be a sub-menu of items that you can put onto the avatar that you choose. So there's very I'm doing just little teeny tiny kind of value movements. So just little marks that will indicate that there's some forms inside this like cowl shape, right? And the same thing with their face, just little tiny shadows and stuff, because I feel like it's a little more menacing when everything is in the dark. So that's actually something Daniel gave me a hard time about for a long time, was like locking my values, just not allowing them to get out of hand, because I have a tendency to use a very broad range of values. So for me, this is practice, and practice is good. Easy. Thanks for stopping by. We hope to see you again soon, and hopefully you'll be able to play with us, and we can make you the imposter through just RNG and playing again and again and again. So I'm not liking these lines now, because I feel like they draw too much attention in there. So I'm smudging them out and letting the value blending still happen within that. So it gives it a bit of modulation within her form. I'm just gonna go ahead and save that just in case, because, you know, saving is good and stuff. Now at this distance, I'm going to apply some smudge effects to stuff where I think it'll bring some value to the shape of the wraith. And it just kind of indicates, whoops, that was a little too big. Let's undo that. It just indicates where it's kind of coalescing, right? So not all the edges, but some of the edges. Mr. Voodoo. All right. Is that thing on? Yeah, that thing's on. All right. Thank you for the redemption, Mr. Voodoo. Workout cam. Thank you. Thank you for that. You guys want to see something cool that I got in the mail? It's a maquette for drawing, an anatomy maquette. So it was a 3D printed figure, but got to do a little strategic coverage because of Twitch. So, you know, turn them in light, look at the forms. Anatomy of the deltoid, anatomy of the triceps, biceps, the face, and so on. It's pretty cool. I have a soft spot for sculpted stuff. Oh, hello, Bazari. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the arts department. Nice to have you. Hype, hype, hype for you, friend. And if you want to join our Discord for after hours discussions, there you are. Welcome. I'm doing well, Bazari. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. I just did 21 push-ups because somebody redeemed the push-ups, which was dope. Appreciate that, Mr. Voodoo, really. I didn't get as much exercise as I wanted today. I did have to chase the UPS guy down the block because I wasn't here when he came to deliver that thing, which reminded me because I did the exercise. And running 2 blocks in dress shoes was not really high on my list of ways to exercise, so. But I got it, and it's cool. And I can look at things like rim lighting and bounce light and all that stuff because I've got all these lights around here. Oh, Mrs. Von Drake. Thank you for hanging out. We appreciate you. Bazari, tonight's theme was wraiths. Mrs. Von, hold on, Bazari. Mrs. Von Drake, have a wonderful evening, and we will see you next time. I appreciate you, and we'll see you on the Discord too, of course. All day, every day. Sleep well. Love to you and the family. Bazari, this is so this month, this entire month, I've been doing Creeptober, which I thought was my own thing, but obviously there's enough people in the world that it's not completely unique. But my version is to roll a wheel like this and have it decide what the theme is going to be. And so it decided it was Wraiths tonight. And the rest of the month we've done some other things, like we did The Thing Under the Bed, which was this one, which was the first creepy thing I think we did. And then we did The Veil Between the Spirit World, which I had fun doing. And we did a werewolf. All of these are off of the wheel. And then we did the Spider Queen, which I think it was spiders, and we ended up doing the Spider Queen, just by unanimous decision that that's kind of cool. And then Monday, the last thing we did was skulls. And so I did a bunch of dead marchers. So, good times. Man, I love this community. Good people helping me move artwork forward. Getting shit done. Hype. Little chonkers hype. Hype, hype, hype. Magma hype. Okay, so I want to get in here and render out the head a little bit more. Just a little chiseling to kind of drive them forward. So what I'm going to do, now I'm going to, you know what? Maybe I should give a little bit of dimension to the tree. Just a smidge of dimension. So I'm going to pop a new layer, and then I'm going to link it holding Alt or Option and clicking between the layers. You'll see that thing there. So selecting that color and then just barely moving it up the value scale over there. I keep it pegged to the side to make sure that it stays within the value and doesn't get color in it. And because this is linked, I can actually do it really quickly. You'll notice that my brush is not actually staying within the bounds of the tree itself. It's all over the fucking place. So, and as I do this, I'm also going to clean up the shape of the branches a little bit, because I can, as I go around and just add a little bit of dimension here. And because it's bark, I'm just going to spit everywhere. You know, nobody here to spit on, so just spit anyway. By the way, hydrate. It's good, friends. Especially after 20 push-ups. 21 push-ups. Because I figured Mr. Voodoo redeemed 20 push-ups, but because he spent that redemption, and I feel like redemptions, anytime somebody redeems like a push-ups or a hydrate or something, it takes them further away from being able to redeem an actual drawing from me. So I try and give them as much bang for their buck as they can, as I can give, you know? Because the way that exposure works on my channel, exposure being the channel points, if you get enough of it, you actually get a commission. But you're gonna be here a while. Because I ain't cheap. So, switching back and forth, since this layer is linked, I can come in really quickly and like put these values in, right? I can just dust them in and then come back with an eraser and give them finer details really quickly. Yeah, see, and this is one of those instances where I'm going to look at it again, and I did not give any love to this shape whatsoever. So now I'm going to zoom back in. Let's try that again. There we go. It's a little more interesting, I think. It's both the bane and benefit of working zoomed out is you can work quickly and work based on what the overall look is, but then for some of the stuff you have to really get in there, right? You have to come in, zoom in, give it a little more love, a little more visual interest. Let's go all the way down this side. Just knocking in some of this stuff, indicating where the top of that branch is, because in the drawing it did actually extend into the interior of the tree. But when you're just working with silhouette, you lose that, right? So we'll just bring some of that back. And another thing that I'm thinking about as I'm doing this is, what do the marks read like, right? So are they soft and squishy, or do they have a movement, a calligraphy, a swashbuckling, as Daniel says, that drives home the theme more? So in this case, I want them to feel somewhat aggressive. So I want there to be a lot of long, thin, chiselly, kind of stabby marks, right? But not all over the place, because that would defeat the purpose. Vary your marks, but say things multiple times so that they're on purpose. And by say things, I mean make the same marks. Vil had posted his piece on the Discord, and that was one thing that I had tried to point out to him, was that his marks all had the same feel because he used the same brush and the same approach to each mark. And if he varied that a little bit more, he'd get more visual interest. Oof, what is this? It doesn't make any sense. Here, I'm gonna switch back to this color, select there, and I'm gonna work this out a little bit. It's bothering me. Can't have this thick branch attached to this thin branch unless it like broke off, right? It's just not how branches work. Jessica Kim, welcome to the arts department. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Right? At least tonight it is. I was feeling very rock-oriented this evening. Oh God, I am just dropping the ball right and left on this shape design stuff. So let's cut that in there. Switch back, and there we go. So this is the back and forth that I was talking about earlier, where you definitely have to work your way through some of these issues as you're going, because as you zoom in and out, you're going to notice things here and there that aren't working as well as they could be. And while you're doing that, you have to keep all of those same principles in mind. Like, don't do thin-ass branches that pinch in the middle, because that's not how branches work. This is stupid. Yeah, where is Landermander? I wonder if he's under the weather. Maybe he's writing. I don't know. He's been very occupied with trying to shift gears because of the upcoming time change. He's like preparing to wake early. I swear that guy like lives on waking early. It's all right though. I mean, he kind of rubbed off on me, and a lot of the work that I've gotten done, the writing especially, I find it very easy to write in the mornings. So nobody's bothering me. Nobody's like coming at me with stuff, right? I can look at emails and then be like, okay, I don't need to even worry about those for now. Jessica, this is both Facebook and Twitch. If you'd like to join Twitch, there are all of the links. I am on 3 different platforms. I am on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook all at once via Restream. But if you pop over to Twitch, ARTurkel, or twitch.tv/ARTurkel, then you can join the rest of the discussion, because Restream does not post the discussion to Facebook because it cannot. So, that being said, it seems like I'm talking to myself on Facebook, but I am not. I have people that I am talking to. At least I hope they're here. Seems like they're here. Is anybody out there? And I realized I had put in the links, and I can't put in the links, so I have to go to Facebook's and go to my stream that's going on and post in the comments my links. There you go. Oh! Vagor, thank you for the reminder. All right, my friends, prepare thyselves for the Battle Royale is about to begin. Play. Do it. There we go. Thanks, Jessica. Beautiful day for a Battle Royale, friends. In drops Battle Goose, Sarah Oz, Martess, Art, Marb, Rick, Vagor, it's me, and an Avoyal. And they're bunching up in groups of 3, and nobody's down quite yet. Sarah makes a run for it. Art is down. Good job, folks. Take out the host. Lady Marb up against Vagor Somnia in the corner. And she's down. Vagor, Battle Goose, Sarah, and Jay-Z left. Sarah trying to take out the champion Jay-Z. And he's down. Good job, Sarah. It's Vagor against Sarah. Sarah's not looking good, though. And it's Vagor for the win. Yes. Take that dance. Take that bow. Congratulations, Vagor. You're the wiener. Oh yeah, you the wiener. For all those that don't know, that's your emotes when you sub. Ah, congratulations, Vagor. Glad you did it. Okay, let's take a look at this again. Yeah, I feel like we got some good modulation now. So, Now I can come in again with this very quickly because we are running a little slow this evening. So slow we lost Camabow. It's like, I've had enough of you. That's okay though. She is here quite frequently. So. And she is super active on the Discord. Wonderful community, by the way. If you haven't already joined the Discord, highly recommended. So very quickly, erase out some of this textural stuff. Let's get some lines going in there. A burrito is never late. A burrito arrives precisely when a burrito intends. Yes, the arts department does love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making the community so fun. I appreciate you all. I appreciate everything that you bring to the streams, to the Discord, and to the interaction in general, as well as one another. The support that you bring to each other and to me. It's very much a good thing. So, that being said, yes, Goose, I absolutely concur with that entire sentiment. Except I don't know how to click, apparently. Okay, so on this layer, I'm going to switch to my wonderful, lovely, I always love it, calligraphy brush. This one. And I'm going to pop open the brush properties so that I can rotate it. And we're going to quickly get in more textural variety by setting the opacity to 100, getting to that brush type shape and rotating it around. And selecting that and going just a little touch lighter so that we can start putting in what amounts to tree texture, right? Oh yeah. Sublove. Hype. So in here, just breaking up the overall shapes a little bit more, right? And rotating that brush so that I can get a variety. Actually, you know what I can do? Let's see if they made this actually work. Shape dynamics, and tilt. Nah, it's not gonna work with this brush, I don't think. Yeah, it does weird things for it, sadly. Right? No. Turn that off. Angle jitter. Tilt. There you go. That might actually do something interesting for it. Yeah, that works. So now I can very quickly kind of come along and break up the interior of the tree, just tilting my brush. Gotta move a little bit to do it, but that's okay. And I can get some more interesting shapes in there than just those straight lines, right? And this is over everything, so if I break the silhouette of the tree at all, it's gonna paint, you can see, outside of that silhouette. I haven't linked that layer, and that's on purpose, just to give it a little bit more variety. So we're going to put the lightest stuff on top here, facing the moon, obviously. That like rim light going on, right? Because rim light's the easy solve for everything when you're an illustrator. It's like easy mode. Rim light it. When in doubt, rim light it. Breaking it up, just putting some extra shapes in there, painting back over some of those shapes, just a back and forth, right? It's that painting back and forth. Just trying to do it a little overly quickly, one might say. The Wraith's drapery is in the way there, so I'm just gonna not even worry about it. But this is gonna give, once we throw the gradient map over this, it's gonna give everything a lot of depth. Putting these edges in here now. So, you know, this is the fast way to get to like at least a somewhat finished illustration. You know, so when you're working on a stream and you want to have something done, because like we did the Spider Queen, and she took a pretty good chunk of time. She was awesome, and I totally enjoyed her, but she did take a lot of Creeptober away from us. So I want to try and get a few more, like what I would call finishes. So that. Let's put this on top of this dude here. And a little bit of light along that plane that's getting the most moonlight, right? And then kind of want to fill in that eye a little bit so that you can tell that it's rolled back in his head, right? Maybe even a little bit more. Striking a balance between macabre and unintelligible. Get some nice straights in there, chisel that stuff out. That is what I like about this brush after all, is the fact that it can just clearly throw in a plane really quickly. So you can do plane changes fairly fast. And get those shadow shapes just locked in. So I'm holding shift when I do this just to have it like drip straight down off of his ear. So you get that like bloody ear kind of thing. Right? Because why not? And turn off shape dynamics and just use the rotation of the brush, because then I can get a real thin line with it. And there's a certain geometric kind of vibe that I get from this brush that I really enjoy. So it's doing straights and stuff like that becomes part of the style of the brush itself. Twillowink. Thank you. So we're getting there on this guy. We'll go fairly quickly, right? Gonna knock in. I feel like his eye socket's a little bit darker, but that's the weird thing about this kind of stuff is one value next to another value will offset that value. So it'll look like over here, this looks darker than this, but they are exactly the same. Art is fucking weird. So there you go. I'd say that's about right. That's about what I'm looking for. Right? Except for maybe that shadow on his head needs to be a little bit more crisp, because it's going to be coming from there and falling directly across his head. Like that. And give him a little bit of the brow that's kind of showing to indicate that planar change. But for the most part, that's donezo. Like I said, this is sketching still. This is still a sketch. I'm gonna leave this up for 2 seconds while I go refill my water glass, because hydration, muy importante. BRB, Arts Department. Don't burn the place down. I didn't even notice that stupid light back there switched back to warm white again. Thank you. Stay there. You son of a baby, a son of a baby, a son of a gun. What'd you say, Jay-Z? You wanna fight about it? I'll redact your burrito. Man, I want Paquito Moss so bad right now. I can't even tell you. Actually, maybe we should wait to merge that down. Just a moment. Let's merge the tree down though. And then, no indent. We're gonna go a soft round and go a little bit lighter, and we're gonna put in some glow. Make this bad boy pop a little bit. Let's just dust it in. Try not to be too even so it has a little more organic feel to it. All right. Twillowink, yes, absolutely. I For anybody else that's new here, during the day I am a sketch artist / illustrator for movies, television, and video game posters, billboards, and box art. So in the evenings, when I have spare time, I like to do other art for myself, and this is a way for me to be beholden to somebody, namely you guys, to produce art on a regular basis and do things that are both outside my wheelhouse as well as inspiring to me and pushing me to be better in other ways. So some of the things that you will see here on stream are not that, because that's some of the stuff I've done for work. Stuff like this, 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 and this. Because, as I said earlier, creative ADD. I do all the things because I like all the things. I'm one of those people where I see somebody do art and I go, ooh, I want to do art like that. So, yes, I am passionate about illustration and art. So, welcome to the arts department, where we do all kinds of fun shit. And yeah, it is an adult theme stream because I can't watch my mouth. And I'm tired of watching my mouth. Alright, let's throw in a gradient map for the background. Whoops. Let's go with purples, and reds. Purples and blues and reds. So the thing about the gradient map is you have to be really careful using it, because if you change the value that you had there, it actually will change. So got to make sure that that's your intention. A lot of it is a balancing act, finding that just right hue and saturation. Say okay with that one. For sure. Should we... Let's see, maybe we can do like more of a blue, like vary it up so that we get some vibrant blue in there, but then if we drag this down, it'll be super crisp in there. There you go, that's kind of interesting, isn't it? It's something. It's something. I'm going to say okay. And I'm also going to... I'm going to cheat in some stars real fast using the star brush. Star brush. Twillo, I'll take a drink of water. How about that? So good. So, within my copious amounts of ridiculous brushes, I have a scattered points brush. I think this might be the one. No. The one that I want is like 800 pixels. Is it this one? Dust particles? No. But here, let's tap that in and see. Yeah, it's too dusty. We want the stars brush. Whoops, wrong layer. Oi! No, 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 no. History. Gradient. Stay there. There we go. Okay. Oh wow, that's way too big. Yeah, that's more like dust. That's good dust though. You use that later when we're finishing it up. God damn it. No, not directional snow. Where did it go? See, this is why I wanted a spots, or a search function, because I'm pretty sure it's spots. But that doesn't work either. That kind of works. Let's just do this. Whoops. That, I dragged it a little bit. Gotta tap. Just tap, tap, tap. But in fact, let's... Yeah, it has shape dynamics turned on, right? Size jitter, angle jitter. That's what we want. There we go. Now it'll be all over the place. And remember, people, stars don't go in front of the moon. How frequently do you see actually people mess up and put stars in front of the moon in their art? The answer is quite frequently. So I just duplicated those layers and I'm going to merge them, and then I'm going to bring them down in opacity. Nah, maybe not. I'm going to leave them. I think that's an interesting look. There's a weird menace, but at the same time, it's not all foggy and freaky and trippy, right? Although, something in there I don't like. Something there I don't like. Something there I don't like. The rest is good. Cool. So, now that that's there, what we'll do is we'll take this layer and group it, set it to normal so that it doesn't affect anything else, and call it BG. Now, you can grab this tree, put it in its own layer again, set it to normal. That way it only affects the tree, and we can alter the colors a little bit. And because they are in the foreground, make it maybe a little bit more towards the blues. Maybe towards the reds. I don't think there's going to be anything quite this light on this layer at all, but the way that gradients maps work is they take whatever's there within a value range and they'll color it on a spectrum between one point and the next. Right? So if you get crazy with it, it's going to look really strange. But I can move these points closer so that it changes the colors, right? Or you can leave them in the same spot and move the point between them. Oops, I say move the point between them, like so. Okay. And I'm gonna do the same thing with this dude. Control J, Control or Command J, set this group to normal. But then on top of him, I'm going to come in with a brush, an actual brush, and I'm going to paint in some color variants. I'm going to try and keep it in the same value range as what was already there. Value meaning light and dark. Now, a little bit of that in there, and like I said, we're gonna have that blood kind of leaking out, right? So I'm gonna do another layer, and I'm gonna get some red, and that's gonna kind of drip down underneath where his neck would have been. Around the tree, so it's like going around the form and trying to show it at least going around the form, right? And then kind of pooling underneath. And then going straight down, dripping straight down. So this very saturated point versus all the other non-saturated stuff is going to draw the eye there, right? It's got very saturated right up against way desaturated, creates a focal point. And I want to get some more blues. See. There, drag it into the blue, and I'm going to make it a little lighter, as well as a little bit more desaturated or saturated, to kind of get some mid-tones in there. And in fact, I think I'm going to switch back again to the calligraphy brush with the with the pressure sensitivity on, so it's painterly. Cool. Yeah, I think that works. So now, moving on to this, the pièce de résistance. Let's name these real fast, so I'm not looking for everything. Tree, head, wraith. Man, we gonna be able to make this by the end of the stream, or are we gonna run late? That is the question. I don't know what this is. So, my personal thought is the wraith needs to be more wraithy, because it's not quite wraithy enough. Wraithy. I didn't say anything else. Let's find my clouds and smoke. Let's use the smoke brush. Smoke brush is always good. When in doubt, smoke brush. I got a lot of when in doubts. Rising smoke. Ugh. I said smoke. What the hell's wrong with you? Alright. See, Anoville, you know the drill. Knew I liked you. So, let's keep this in value for a little bit, and then we'll throw a gradient map over it. But this is going to help us to paint in what amounts to the Wraith's robe and have control over it. Let's see. Is that about 18 inches? That's about 18 inches. Right? No, a little bit less. About that. That's about 18 inches. Just trying to keep it in the 18-inch kind of range for printing. Yeah, this is the better one. Do away with that layer. Sometimes you just gotta start fresh, my friends. There you go. That's what I wanted. So now I'm being very deliberate with my strokes, because the way that the brush tapers off is going to lead us to that kind of ethereal vibe. So I'm being very soft at certain points and then pressing a little bit harder at others, and then flicking the stylus when I do it. So I'll start and then I'll flick it, and that'll get that kind of motion to it. Sarah, I think you're right, actually. Man, I haven't seen Stargate in forever, but I used to be huge on that show. Anybody else used to just binge the hell out of that thing? I remember when it came out on DVD, and I was like, yes! And just like, I watched it for weeks. Perfect. So, how attached to the characters were you if you didn't watch it like over a number of years? That's classic, Sarah. You know what I fall asleep to? Anything with David Attenborough in it. Like Planet Earth and stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna watch Planet Earth. I think it's Planet Earth, right? David Attenborough, the dude with the voice. I can't even do his voice, but yeah. I'd have to watch him a little bit, and then I could do it. Who doesn't love that movie? It's a classic. Not even a modern classic, just a classic. Okay, let's look at this as a whole. That voice, you know. Oh, did you look it up? Because yeah, his voice, man. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna take like a 6-hour nap. I'll be back later. Just in case here. So I'm using this effecty brush to kind of like help it define that kind of ethereal back and forth going on. So it just has some modulation built into it. It's a quick way to kind of get through everything. Which I only do when I'm not interested in doing a very long illustration. Like, otherwise I like to like take my time and paint it out. Paint it out, paint it out. Okay, so since she's in there, let's see, I'm thinking she's probably the same kind of colors as the tree, because the trees has some reds in it. But I don't know. It's gonna take a little experimentation, I think, because I've got this kind of balance thing going. Oh, one thing I do want to remember to do, don't want to forget this, smudge tool. We're gonna use the good smudge and smudge some of these lines a little bit, so it's not all line inside, right? So just making it a little more ethereal in spots, getting rid of some of those edges. Not all of them, because I want that to feel like it's kind of like falling away. A friend of mine actually had some documentary footage by them. Oh. That's cool. I hope that they got paid and it wasn't just like, hey, we'll put you in there for exposure. And back to the top. And then I'm going to come down here to this one. And now that I have the overlayers in place, I'm going to make the smudge really small, or small-ish. And I'm going to take these harder edges and kind of loosen them up a little bit so that it feels cohesive with the effect over it. Right? Oh, cool. Right on. Photographer or cinematographer? I mean, they're kind of one and the same nowadays. A lot of photographers are cinematographers at the same time. So. Ah, swing dancing. Yeah. There you go. A little bit more into the reds in her, right? So it mimics what's this guy, but it's not totally red, right? I mean, I can even go really, really red with the top end, but it doesn't matter because this is all, it's not in the spectrum of these values, so. Although, I don't hate it. Red and blue. See what happens here. Said it before, art is experimentation. It's having an idea and pushing towards that idea, but being ready to pivot at any point to find something more interesting. Oops. That was supposed to be not that. Eraser, thank you. So close. So close, yet so far. Okay, so now that I can see everything kind of in the color scheme that it's going to be, I can see where I'm losing vibe, right? So I can come in and I can say this needs to darken. But because I'm pretty dark already in the colors within the hue in there, hue and value, I'm going to use curves. I'm just going to start dragging it down until I find that vibe, right? And because I darken that, I may have to darken the tree a little bit. And I'm doing these independently so that I can make sure that I'm controlling the colors that are inside of the gradient maps, right? Somebody had mentioned a while ago not understanding how to do that, or not really grasping what it was that I was doing. It's basically just putting a curves layer below a gradient map and then adjusting either one of those two things back and forth until you get the actual colors and values that you're looking for. With this, I'm going to duplicate the curve and I'm going to drop it in the head layer so that it matches the tree. Right? That way those two link together without having to merge them. And the wraith, make sure she's a normal layer. And then this might be where interesting things can happen. So, because it's so dark now, I'm going to come in and I'm going to get that soft round brush. I'm going to make sure that the pressure sensitivity is turned on, and I'm just going to dust in some light where that skin is, right? And that's essentially just painting back in some light to give some shape to this wraith. Some volume, because, oh man, that's so intense. Because it's losing that volume to the curves layer. Very, very lightly dusting. Oh, see? Taking it too far. Super easy to take this stuff too far. So everything has some color now, right? Everything has its own local color, for lack of a better term. So now, on top of everything, I can do another gradient map. Ooh, trippy. Drugs, not even once. Yes. Yeah, that works, right? So within that, I'm going to do some interesting things, but then I'm going to use the blending options within Photoshop to dial it back. And I'm looking over here at these values to make sure that the values work, right? Okay, so now I can take the blending options here and I can work this a couple of different ways, where I can blend if gray, right? And this is just going to go with lights and darks, so all of the darks will start to blend to the layer below it, or vice versa. or I can do it so that it's actually color based. But we're just looking for something that kind of kicks off the entire thing. And then take this and bring the fill down. And even on top of that, I feel like it needs more curve adjustment because I feel like the darks are getting a little too light. So now we've got all that. Copy it, paste it, smart object it, filter, lens correction. There it is. Red and blue. You know what I didn't do? On top of everything, I didn't put our... I was gonna do those speckles. Those good ones that we saw earlier. Dark, light. And we're gonna blur them using path blur. Not quite so long. And then special effects layers, friends. Color dodge, big blurry brush. Get some reds. Putting a little bit of variance on him, as well as some of those blues, kind of drive the point home that there's something there that is not right. Okay, so now select all, copy, go into the smart object, paste it, save the smart object, and it will apply the lens correction that we did on the previous layer to it. There we go. Sign it, because why not? Bob's your uncle. Maybe a little bit more bracketing on top of it. That big soft brush. Right? Get it dark. Set this to overlay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy. Pressure sensitivity. Come on, subtlety is your friend. And there's your wraith, friends, whoever's left. Everybody's like, okay, peace out, yo. It's past 10 o'clock. I'm done. Moonshadows coming in for the last 5 minutes, last 3 minutes, whatever. So yeah, we got the wraith with the who knows what the hell's going on with it, and we got the dead body, and we got the creepy tree. We did all the things. Yay! All in, I don't even know how long we've been here. 3 hours? 3 hours and something? 3 hours and change? I don't know. I think you did. I think you sent me a photo of her son in Phasmophobia. Ugh. She loves his face. That might actually be it, Jay-Z. So, yeah, the ghosts in Phasmophobia are freaky weird. I'm so surprised that game was done by one dude. Gives me hope. Well, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. Thank you, friends, for being here, being part of the community, welcoming all the new folks, and just generally being great people. I'm going to come back Friday at 7 p.m. for what will amount to the last of the guaranteed creepy drawings. After that, it's up in the air. We'll probably do some pixel art. There might be some NDA work with Moonshadows. Who knows how things are going to go. But Sunday, we'll begin thinking about maybe putting together some gameplay and call it a post-Halloween party experience on the Discord for all of you subscribers. And all of you, I love you all. Love one another. Be kind to one another. Use the links to connect with me and come to the Discord and talk and love one another and all that stuff. Thank you for being here in the arts department. Keep drawing, and we'll see you next time. Good night, friends. Sleep well.